So I think first and foremost for us as Microsoft, one, we've actually supported the agenda of Transform Africa since its inception, and the reason why is obviously being a company that has a key focus around enabling Africans to do more and to benefit more using technology and improve their lives. We want to be at the cornerstone of where those conversations are happening, and so our support for Transform Africa has really been, as we see it, this is one of the most focal opportunities that allows or enables a dialogue between the private and the public sector, specific to ICT. There are very many forums that happen, globally and also at a Pan-African level, but a lot of times you find that they are centered around many topics. But the good thing about Transform Africa is that it's specifically looking at how ICT can be an enabler for digital transformation in Africa, and so that's obviously aligns very well with Microsoft's philosophy. As one of the key things that for us is very important when it talks about access is around affordability. That's definitely critical, and we have done, I wouldn't say tremendous work, but I think we have looked at bringing together innovative technology that bridges the gap in terms of providing affordable access, particularly or broadband access to the rural communities. Technology is known as TV white spaces. It has been deployed in a number of countries. I believe we've also tested it here. We've tested it in Kenya successfully. We have it running within a whole constituency and planned for rollout in a wider scale in the country. We've scaled it also in Malawi, Zimbabwe, South Africa. There's some ongoing work that's happening there. So in a number of African markets, we have tested. So our work, as we see ourselves, because we are not a telco, but basically we're really around trying to bring together innovative technology. So we partnered with a group of people and came up with that, with our version of TV white spaces, and we have enabled entrepreneurs. So we don't own the technology, but we've enabled entrepreneurs to set up rural access. If you look at the telco model, when it comes to access, majority of them will tend to put up their infrastructure within the urban areas. There's always the issues of economies of scale. The cost of a base station, and for them to be able to amortize that cost over a period of time is obviously dependent on how many paying customers they have. So when we think about the TV white spaces and what it's using, the technology that it's driving, the idea is to look for a low-cost model of providing connectivity, which is basically using. So basically,
you have one model already?
Yes, the TV white spaces. The TV white spaces.
So how does it work?
So essentially, what TV white spaces is that when we moved from what you call the analog to the digital space, right? There is that gap. There was that frequency that was available, the low spectrum base. Yes. You use that particular spectrum. It's like a kit. Yeah, which goes onto that narrow band and then provides Wi-Fi. It's able to enable Wi-Fi within a radius of 7 kilometers or so. So because of the cost of that equipment being relatively cheaper to that of a base station, so you're able then to bring down low-cost connectivity.